Hi guys, welcome back to our channel Nursery to Varsity. In this tutorial, we are going to discuss about the conditional statements, and they are if-else statement, nested if statement and switch statements.
Conditional expressions in R. If-else, nested if, switch. What is conditional statement? Conditional statement is used to make decisions. So we take an expression and we check it for the true and false. If we want to take that decision, so we want that expression to pass. So if the expression passes, that means we will take that decision. And if the expression gets failed, then we won't make that decision, right? So conditional statement is used to make decision. Number 2. Code is executed in order to make decisions using a Boolean condition. So whenever you check for the condition whether your expression is getting passed or it's getting failed. So if it is getting passed, then you will be getting a decision as a Boolean true. And if your expression is getting failed, so you will be getting an expression of false. That is the Boolean condition, right? So if it gets true, so we will run that expression and we will make decisions accordingly. And if it gets false, so we won't run that particular expression and rather we make some other decisions. The third statement states if the condition statement passes, that is we get resulted as true, then the code will execute as we discussed. And if the conditional statement fails, that is we get resultant as false, then the code will not execute. That means we will make some other decision, right? Now coming to the if-else statement. In this scenario, if statement always has a condition, and if the condition passes, the code within the if statement will execute. And if the condition fails, the code within the else statement will execute. So we have a condition as A, and if this condition A passes, so the resultant will be true and we will execute this B statement. And if our condition A fails, that means we'll get a false and we will execute this C statement, right? And then this is the end of the code. So we will see how we can execute these if-else statements in our R Studio. So we have taken a variable that is A and we have assigned a value as 10. Then we have taken a variable as B and we have assigned a value as 20. Now coming to the if-else statement. First method, we have taken if as a key and we have passed a condition in this. That is A is greater than B. So if this condition passes, it will run print A is greater than B. If this condition gets failed, so it will run the else part, that is print A is smaller than B. Right, so we will see how it works. And now we are running the statement. We are assigning the value 10 to our A variable and 20 to our variable B, right? And now we are running this if-else statements. Now you can see we are getting the resultant as A is smaller than B. How? A has been assigned value as 10, B is 20. Is 10 greater than 20? No. So this statement false. So when the statement gets false, so it will jump to the else part, and whatever is in the else part, it will run that statement. So it ran A is smaller than B. This is how the conditional statement if else works, and it makes the decision, right? So we got the decision that A is smaller than B, right? So now we have another method. We have already seen that how else worked. Now we will see how if works, and we are trying a new method how we can use if-else statement, right? So this is the second method we are trying. We are assigning value 10 to our A variable and value 10 to our B variable. Now we have written the code into the curly brackets. So what these brackets do, when you will run this third statement, this third line statement, right? So this is the first line, this is the second line, and this is the third line of the statement. It will run the complete code. It will start from here and it will run all the lines present within the end curly bracket, right? So we are running this statement, and you can see we have passed the condition as A is equals to B. To check the equality, we use double equals to sign, and to assign a variable value, we use single equals to. We have already discussed this, right? Now, this condition is whether A is equals to B, A is equals to B. So it will run this if statement, that is A is equals to B. Now it won't run this else statement because whichever statement passes, it runs the statement and that is the end of the code, right? Now we have got the result as A is equals to B. As you can see, when your statement passes, it runs a statement, and if fails, it runs another statement, right? And then it comes to the end of the code. This is what we just saw in our RStudio. Now, coming to the next slide, nested if statements. In this scenario, there is an if statement present inside another if statement. So we can say that we have if within the if. So we have an if statement, and if this expression gets passed, so we will go to this true and we get another expression. And if this expression passes, we will go to another expression. So you can add as many number of ifs as you want within a single if, right? So we will see how we practically perform this in RStudio. So we have an if statement, else if statement, and then else. These statements within the if statement. So we will take various conditions to prove how it works. This if statement will make a decision. If this statement passes, this condition passes, only then these statements will run. Otherwise, this else will run. As we have done, if the condition passes, it will enter into the code. If not, it will run the else statement. One thing is this. Secondly, when you pass this condition, then again you will get a condition, right, to match. So we have one condition, x is greater than b. If this condition passes, it will run this print x statement. If this condition fails, it will check the else if condition. So this else if is also a keyword, and you can check whether if this condition fails, you can check the another condition whether this condition passes. If not, if this condition fails, it will go to the else statement, right? And if this condition passes, it will run this print y. Right, now we will see practically how it works. Now we are assigning the values to x and y. So we have assigned value 2 to our x and value 3 to our y. We have passed a statement that states if x plus y is equals to 5, only then it will enter into this if statement, else it will run x plus y. Now, what is 3 plus 2? It is 5. So I think this statement will pass. Now we will run the statement and we have got our result as 6. Right? Now we will see how we received our result as 6. So 3 plus 2 is 5. It passed this statement. It entered this if statement. What this if statement states, if x is greater than y, that means 2 is greater than 3, then it will print x. So if 2 greater than 3, no, it won't enter into this if statement. Now it will go to else if statement and it will check for the equality. Whether x is equals to y? No, it's not. 2 is not equals to 3. Now it will go to the else statement. Then it will print x into y. So what is 3 into 2? It is 6. That's what we received. This is one way. Now second thing, we will see else if x is equals to y. Right? So now you can see x plus y is equals to 6. 3 plus 3 is equals to 6. And x is greater than y? No. Else if x is equals to y? Yes. So it should print y. That means 3. Right? We will run the statements again. Now we are working on this else if statement, right? And we have already seen this else statement. Now we are assigning the values. And you can see we have received value as 3. It has printed the value of y. Right? You have seen that how this nested if worked. Now we will work on this if statement. X is greater than y. Right? So now here x is greater than y. So we are running the statements. I'm always making the sum, it should be equals to 5 because my first condition I want it to be true. Only then it will enter into this if statement, right? And it will check for the other conditions. So now we will run the statement. And you can see that the value we have got is the value of x we have assigned. Here you can see the value you have received is the value of the x that we have assigned, right? and it has checked that if x plus y is equals to 5, yes, and then it has checked the statement, is x greater than y? Yes, x is greater than y, so it has printed the value of x, that is 4, right? Now what if this if statement gets false? So it will run this else statement, right? So we will just change the condition over here to false this if statement. Now we are running. Now it has ran this else part. What is x plus y? 4 plus 1 is 5. This is the else part. Print x plus y. Why? Because x plus y is not equals to 6. 4 plus 1 is equals to 5. So it skipped these statements and it directly went to the else statement, else part, and it has printed x plus y is equals to 5, right? So this is the way you can work with if, else if, and else and the nested if all together in a single statement, right? Now coming to the next slide, switch statements. A switch statement tests a variable against each case for equality. There is no default argument available in R. If you have studied any other language like C or Java, you can see that in those languages, these switch statements always contain a default argument. If these values doesn't match to the expressions, it will run the default value. But in here, there is no default statement. If the value of expression matches, it will run that particular block of code. If not, it won't run the statement. It won't give any result, right? Let's see into the RStudio. Switch statements. So we are assigning our variable n as value 3 and variable n as value 5. Now this switch statement is represented with the switch keyword, and in the brackets you need to pass the expression, which expression you want to execute, and you need to write the cases as other switch statement has in C or in Java. So we write the cases separated by the commas, and you enter all your cases, the number of cases you want, and you will enter the expression, the one you want to run. So I want this third expression, that is 1, 2 and 3, m into n. I want this statement to run, this expression to run. So I've written the expression as 3. So we will see how the switch statement works. See, it's giving me answer as 15. So it has ran this third expression, that is m into n. So 5 3s are 15. We can run any other expression as well. So here I'm running this fifth expression, that is m to the power n, 3 to the power 5 is 243. 3 into 3 into 3 into 3 into 3. So it will multiply 3 5 times. So we will see what we get the result as. Now we are running the statement, and you can see we have received the result as 243, that is 3 raised to the power 5. Okay, so this is how switch statement works. Now there is no default statement. So if you will add other expression which is not available, we have 5 expressions over here, right? There is no 8th expression available. So see how it works now. Now you will run the statement and it won't give any result at all. Why? Because there is no default statement. So there would be no result. So whatever expressions you enter into this bracket, it can run only those expressions only. This is the limitation of the switch statement in R, right? So that's all with the conditional statements.
So guys, I hope you understood the concept. In case you find any issues, you can write the comment in the below comment box, or you can email us on nur2var@gmail.com.
Thank you guys. Thanks for watching our video. Stay tuned. Please like, share and subscribe. Do press the bell icon to get the latest update. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and LinkedIn. And for any queries, you can email us on nur2var@gmail.com. Thank you.